We're starting the day off in the place I usually end my day with, Barnes & Noble, because I got to re-up my membership. Give you an indication of what I'm seeing today. I've actually been watching this. This show's actually been pretty good. I got this at $10 over at Target a couple weeks ago, but definitely digging the show. It's on Netflix if you haven't seen it already, but it's probably one of the best things to come out of the Jurassic Park World series, honestly. Alright, so nothing in Barnes & Noble. Basically, I just wanted to re-up my membership, so I'm good on that front. So I'm about to head to the movie theater now to see Jurassic World Dominion, so I'll see you guys over there. Taking a quick look at Living Dead Weekend. Took a quick look at Living Dead Weekend over there, so might head back there later. I don't know if you gotta pay to get in though to see the celebrities and all that, but it's always fun to see. So now I'm heading over to the movie theater. I really do want to see this movie again in theaters before it goes out. Hopefully it'll be here next week. I don't have time to see it today, but I definitely want to go see this in the theater again. Like I said, hopefully it'll be here next week after I see Lightyear. Speaking of which, next week.
With Thor: Love and Thunder on the way, we have to wonder if he will ever reconnect with his brother Loki again. And what's going on with his ex Jane Foster? Hit me up on Newbie Socials with your thoughts. I'm Straw Hat Goofy. Can I be your movie guy?
No.
So he's like, are you going, your name is going to car? You know,
that must be for the tour of the mall. We'll go say hi to my buddy George, and it looks like he's pretty busy right now.
You know, he's you learn from Tom, so and look for some of his films. They're really good.
That's like the second time in the last couple of years I've seen somebody like that. I don't know what. I don't know why they do that. I don't know why they don't just use a car or something. But so anyway, interestingly enough, I got out of Jurassic World Dominion just now, and funny enough, I waited for the end credit sequence. I thought it's basically instinct right now to just sit there and wait for an end credit sequence because more than likely there's going to be one. But the ushers basically, while they were cleaning, they saw me up there and they thought, "What are you doing up there?" And it's just like, isn't there an end credit sequence? And they're just like, "No." And it's just like, okay, I just because like I said, it's instinct by this point to expect a end credit sequence on pretty much anything now, especially a Marvel movie. And I know there was one after Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, but I don't know, it's interesting that pretty much everybody left after the credits started rolling. I thought maybe somebody would stay for potentially an end credit scene, but I don't know. I'm just killing time right now because if I turn the camera, we're heading into the Best of Buy. So with that said, let's head on in. Nothing too interesting or exciting came out on Blu-ray this week. We do have new steelbooks though. Lawrence of Arabia, the Bourne Complete Collection. All these ones are good except for Legacy. Legacy's just not the one I like the least. It's the one with Jeremy Renner, even though I like Jeremy Renner, but it's not a good movie. So, but other than that though, I definitely might pick this one up. I haven't bought anything in store here for a long time, so this might be something I might actually buy. Only other new release, Bridge on the River Kwai. I don't know. I might pick these up too because I don't have these in the Columbia Classics set. I only have the box for these, but might be a possibility. Okay, something I didn't realize with this. This is just the 4K itself. There's no Blu-ray attached to this, but I don't know. I still might pick it up though, since it is a Best Buy exclusive, and these will probably sell out pretty quickly. I think I am also going to get the Bridge on the River Kwai and Lawrence of Arabia as well, because these do have the Blu-rays attached to them. So for the first time in a couple of months, I'm actually going to buy something in store. Just saw this too, The Northman, which I think was the only new release that came out last week. I didn't get to see this movie in theaters. Everyone kept saying that it was really good. It's $25. I don't know if I'm going to get it or not, but at least not this week. I'll get it at some point, but maybe not this week. Alright, so I'm just coming out of Best Buy, and look at that. I've actually bought something in store. It's been a long time since I bought something in store. I've bought stuff from Best Buy before, but it's mostly been online purchases, and the occasional time I have to get a new TV or a new computer, so it's my first time actually getting something physical media from there in store, so there's nothing really in here that's any different, but I'll go ahead and show them off to you real quick. So let's start off with this one here. I did get the Bourne Complete Collection. I know it's only 4K. I don't have a 4K player, but it's too good of a steelbook to pass up on. I missed out on the first one that came out when Jason Bourne came out, but this has all 5 movies. I like all 4. I like 4 of the 5 at least. I don't like the Bourne Legacy. It's kind of like with the Jack Ryan movies. I like all but one, The Sum of All Fears, which is a terrible movie. But I like all the other Bourne movies. I like Jason Bourne. I like the Bourne Identity, Ultimatum, Supremacy. So for $65, I couldn't pass up on that. And then I did buy both of those Sony steelbooks. The Lawrence of Arabia one, classic movie with Peter O'Toole, David Lean, great cinematography. I mean, this will look good on Blu-ray. I don't have this on Blu-ray though. At least I don't think I have it on Blu-ray. I have it on DVD. I don't have it on Blu-ray though, as far as I know. But couldn't pass up on that one. And then I also got The Bridge on the River Kwai. Haven't seen this one. Another David Lean movie, but has the bridge there. So I'm definitely looking forward to checking those out. So I didn't get the Northman though. I was going to wait until I go to Mercari or eBay, hopefully to get it for a cheaper price, or maybe even wait until Black Friday in November, maybe to get it for a cheaper price. But I'm going to hold off on it right now. So plus I'm going to be back up here next week after I see Lightyear. So worst comes to worst, I just get it then. So let's go back inside the mall and kill some time. And on that pleasant note, we're back home now. And I already showed these off already. So once again, Bridge on the River Kwai, Lawrence of Arabia, and the Bourne Complete Collection. All of them I got at Best Buy, so I don't need to show these off. But I've got a stack over here that we're going to take a look at, and then I'm going to delve into my Jurassic World Dominion review. So, this is some of the stuff I've gotten over the last couple of weeks, and we're going to start off with the one thing I got from Amazon this week. Well, that's not true, because I've had a couple of other things that I got from Amazon, but I already put them away, so whenever I do another DVD or Blu-ray collection update, I'll definitely show them off to you. But I'll start off with the one thing. This is probably the biggest new release for me this week, and that was The Weatherman. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why this movie? Well, because this is my favorite Nicolas Cage movie. It's one of my favorite underrated movies of all time. It's a fantastic movie. Nicolas Cage is great in this film. Michael Caine's also in this movie. This is directed by Gore Verbinski, who also did the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. But, yeah, this is a fantastic, very underrated movie. It was one of my favorite movies that came out in 2005, one of my favorite movies from that decade. And it's finally on Blu-ray for the first time ever. And I'm really looking forward to watching this one again. This is one of my favorite movies of all time. So many great quotable lines in here, so many great moments in here. It's definitely one of Nicolas Cage's most underrated movies. If you haven't seen this movie, I definitely say check it out. You can get it on Amazon for less than $12 right now. I'd say definitely pick it up. It's definitely worth it. I'm really looking forward to checking this out again. So, next up, from eBay, I said I was going to wait to get this, and I finally found it at a reasonable price. I got Turning Red, the Disney Movie Club exclusive. Now, I didn't get the one with the lithograph in it, but I did get the one with the slipcover for it. That's the one I was aiming for. I wanted the slipcover for this because you can't get the slipcover with the regular copy that's in stores. But you do get the one copy, the regular copy that's in stores in here. But the slipcover you can only get through the Disney Movie Club. So pick that up, and that's not the only Turning Red thing I got in the last couple of weeks, and I'll show that off in a little bit. But next up, I want to thank Chris Cox, Cyrus from Spill.com, now Chris Cox over at All of Us, because he was having a sale on Blu-rays and DVDs that he was trying to get rid of on Facebook. And I saw this there. It's a movie that came out a couple weeks ago, and he offered it for me for it was $7 plus 10. It was $7, 10 overall after shipping. Couldn't pass up on a deal like that. So I got the new Teen Titans Go movie, Teen Titans Go and DC Superhero Girls, Mayhem in the Multiverse. Even though I don't like Teen Titans Go, I like the movies. I've been a big fan of the movies. The first movie, Go to the Movies, was a lot better than I thought it was. Thought it would be. Teen Titans Go versus Teen Titans was pretty good. Didn't like Teen Titans Go see Space Jam, but I'm definitely looking forward to check this out. And I only paid $10 for it. This is like going for about, I think, $25 on Blu-ray, but I only got it for 10. I want to thank once again Chris Cox over at All of Us for One of Us on the All of Us is the group on Facebook for One of Us, the website. I want to thank him once again for giving me a good deal on this, and I'll go ahead and put a link to the One of Us page and to the One of Us website on the bottom below. So once again, I got to thank him for that. So thanks again for that. But let's go ahead and take a look at the two DVDs I have here. They both came from eBay. Now, this first one may seem weird, but I went to Walmart last week. The Walmart further away from where I live, but they had the Return of the Vintage Art Series collection. I got the Little Shop of Horrors one a couple of months ago, and they had some other ones there. I got the Goonies one the last time I went. I went back again this time around. They had more of them there. They had Deliverance, they had Scarface, and they had this one that I'm about to show you here. And I was going to get it. I thought about it, but then I decided, you know what, I'm going to wait for, I don't really need it. As soon as I got home, I immediately regretted it because I kind of wanted to watch this movie again. It's going to be so silly when I talk about this particular film that I wanted to see again, but here it is. It's the best little whorehouse in Texas with Burt Reynolds and Dolly Parton. And, yeah, this is not the same Vintage Art Series that they have now at Walmart, but this is from a couple years ago. But I just had to get this movie. I wanted to watch this movie again. It's Burt Reynolds and Dom DeLuise once again working together. How can you go wrong there? And Dolly Parton in the 80s. I mean, she was a good-looking woman. She was a good-looking woman. I like Dolly Parton overall. I think she's very good. I think she's a great country singer, even though I don't like country singers all that much. I like her a lot. I like her as an actress too. I've seen her in 9 to 5. Joyful Noise a couple years ago was pretty good, and she was pretty good looking in the 80s. I mean, look at her. Need I say more? Plus, it's a musical. I've seen trailers for this movie online, and the music sounds pretty good. I definitely want to check this out. And it was only about $12 overall after shipping and handling. Basically, in stores, it's about $6 for the other copy they have. But I wanted to get this one in particular just for the slipcover. It's very nice, and I'm looking forward to checking this movie out. So, how can you go wrong with Burt Reynolds and Dolly Parton and Dom DeLuise? I mean, really. This came to me today. It's not really a DVD or anything, but it's more of a press kit for when this movie came out. It was only $5, and I've been collecting Simpsons movie stuff over the last couple of years, and I got the Simpsons movie digital press kit. It's pretty much the same thing as the regular DVD cover and the Blu-ray cover. There's the thing on the back there, and then it's basically just some images from the movie. I don't know what else is on here, but it was still in the wrapping and all that from the guy who gave it to me. And then there's a book in here on production notes, basically just giving you an idea of what of the behind-the-scenes stuff, and the credits are in here as well. For $5, I figured, you know what, continue the Simpsons movie collection I'm building. I've got a For Your Consideration DVD I bought a few months ago as well, so add this to the collection as well. So those are those, and then I have right here, these are probably the coolest things I've ever seen. This company called Valishard Tapes. Yeah, Valishard Tapes. They actually make custom VHSs of current movies, because obviously these VHS tapes, you don't really get to see these with modern movies, because nobody really has a VCR anymore. We've either gone to DVDs, Blu-rays, 4Ks, or just straight to streaming. But I saw these online. I had to have them. I bought a couple of these, but this was the first one that really caught my eye. Look at that. Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers. This is, of course, the new remake. And it looks like the old VHS tapes for the Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers TV series. I mean, it literally looks like it. Like, there's wear and tear on here. It's like plastered on here, but like it's not a reboot. It's a comeback. You've got the CG Dale on one side, the 2D Chip on the other. And then on the back here, you've got a description of the movie itself, plus the thing from the teaser posters. But here's the thing. It says, not licensed for any viewing anywhere, no rights reserved. This is a fully functional fan art piece made to fit in with the original Rescue Rangers VHS tapes. This was perfectly cast as such a fun concept. I found this out because on here, that's Warner Home Video, and this is Walt Disney Home Video. And if you even go to the side here, you see that it's another movie altogether. Christmas with Trula. I can't figure out what that is or not. But this basically what I'm saying is this is not, as far as I know, the Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers movie isn't on here. But I mean, it doesn't matter because this still looks amazing. I mean, look at that. That looks exactly like the old school Disney Home Video sticker in there. They did a really good job with these tapes. And so this was the first one I bought, the Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers one. But then I bought these other two right here. So the other one I bought was Rocko's Modern Life Static Cling. Once again, very much similar to the Paramount videos of the late 90s. Even this right here is very similar to that. So you got the descriptions right there. And then, of course, because Nickelodeon put this out, we got an orange videotape right here. And there's the sticker right there. I don't know in particular which tape they actually covered this over with, but oh, you can even see like the proof of purchase label on there too, which they put on videos in the 90s. But so there's that one. But this one right here, I said I had more than one Turning Red set here, but here it is. Turning Red on video cassette. And of course you got the Walt Disney Classic, you got Regular May and Panda May, and then on the side here you've got one of her friends, the Classics Walt Disney Home Video label on here. I mean, it looks exactly like what Disney would have put out in the 90s if this had come out in the 90s or the early 2000s. So much so in the back here. I also like this. The they actually used an MCA Universal Home Video box here. I don't know if they purposely put that on there, or I'm assuming this came originally in a MCA Universal Home Video clamshell, because that's still there. So once again, you got the description of the movie, the characters there, growing up as a beast. But here's the fun part about this, besides the tape in here that I'm going to show you, but check this out. And hopefully they won't fall out completely. There are these the brochures that you used to see in tapes all the time. All of them are very different ones. Like you have this one here for Old El Paso, Tostinos, Hungry Jack. This is from '97 on the back of the coupon here. I haven't opened these up, but that's one of them. Here's another one. This one's for the Rugrats movie, and this expires in 1999. And then, of course, you got to have your Disney one, Disney's Holiday Video Shop, from, I believe, '96, because Hunchback of Notre Dame is being promoted on the back here. And you got the original Disney titles here, the Masterpiece Collection, the Aladdin Collection, Aladdin and the King of Thieves. So yeah, it was '96, because that came out in '96. As did Homeward Bound 2, Santa Claus and Nightmare Before Christmas, Toy Story ornaments, Christmas movies. So yeah, they give you these brochures in here, and the tape itself, and here is the tape itself. Again, don't know what tape they actually use, but so there's the tape right there. And again, these are really cool, and I've been to the website. They have other ones as well. They have like King of the Hill, they have Time Squad, Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, Hot Rod, Anchorman 2. They have figures like Mighty Morphin Morbius for you summer Morbius lovers out there. I pity you, but hey, to each their own. You're going to hear me talk about a movie that some of you may have a different opinion on it just a little bit, but they have a Mighty Morphin Morbius figure out there, and I just saw today they're doing a Beavis and Butthead Do the Universe VHS tape in the style of the Beavis and Butthead Do America movie, because we've got the new movie coming out in a couple of weeks. So yeah, once again, the name of the company is Valishard Tapes. I'll go ahead and put a link to their website below so you can check out their stuff. But these are amazing. These are amazing. I'm definitely going to get some more stuff from them pretty soon. So those are the tapes from Valishard Tapes. So I'll go ahead and once again put that link in the description below so you can go check them out. And that's it for the stuff I got today. So let's go ahead and talk about Jurassic World Dominion. But you know what? I'm going to do something for you. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Alright, here we go. If I'm going to talk about Jurassic World Dominion, I got to do it with this T-Rex mask I bought years ago for Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. I was going to wear it one year for Halloween at work, but I just never got around to doing it. But hello. So yeah, Jurassic World Dominion, the third installment of the Jurassic World series, the 6th overall in the franchise. Just going by the original movies real quick. I like the first movie a lot. I am not the biggest fan of The Lost World or Jurassic Park 3. To me, those are still the worst movies in the series. I like Jurassic World a lot, and I even like Fallen Kingdom. Fallen Kingdom, though, was it was all over the place, but it did have some of my favorite scenes from the entire franchise in there. And so we have Jurassic World Dominion basically continuing off the story there. If you remember the end of Fallen Kingdom, the dinosaurs have been released into the world, and now humans and dinosaurs coexist with one another. And I mean, when that movie ended and they set that up, I thought they were moving in the right direction. I thought they were really going to examine more of the humans and dinosaurs coexisting together while also having a Jurassic Park story going on. And then the movie came out, and then I finished watching the movie, and I'm going to say this. There was about 45 minutes to an hour that I liked. The bad news is this movie is over almost 2.5 hours long. Yeah, this movie really is, how do I explain this? It's bad, but it's not the worst thing I've seen from this franchise. This is currently the lowest rated Jurassic Park movie in the entire He's right now, according to Rotten Tomatoes, I think it's in the 30s right now. But I don't think it's the worst Jurassic Park movie, honestly. It's the worst Jurassic World movie, maybe, but I don't know. To me, it's complicated. Let me talk about the good things I liked about this movie. When they do actually show off the dinosaurs and the humans together coexisting and causing all this chaos, it's fun, but the bad news is that they don't really show a lot of that. I mean, most of the dinosaurs that are collected from when they're out into the world have been brought back into another Jurassic Park. So we have a third Jurassic Park now built, and it really doesn't make a whole lot of sense when you really think about it overall. It even gets stupid at times in the beginning of the movie. Like, the beginning of the Jurassic World series have always started off strong. Like, when you look at all the previous two movies, they started off very well. Like, I like in Jurassic World, the first one, the beginning, where you see the raptor slowly but surely being built, and then it cuts away as he's being born to this creature, this leg going on the ground. You think it's the raptor, and it's actually a bird in the snow, and the way the camera zooms out, that's nicely done. In Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, they have this amazing opening where they, so in Fallen Kingdom, you have this mercenary team that comes to the island that Jurassic World was set on, and they try to get the DNA samples from the dinosaurs of the previous movie. And the way they film this, it's like a horror movie. It's one of the best scenes I think the Jurassic World series has done, and it's terrifying at times. There are a lot of good moments in Fallen Kingdom that are very much like that. How does Jurassic World Dominion start? Well, it starts off with one of the dinosaurs grabbing one of those fish tanks from like you see on Deadliest Catch as it tosses over a ship, and then it cuts to a Now This news article, which basically shows dinosaurs being merged together with videos you've seen on YouTube. I mean, literally, you're seeing a lot of videos on YouTube in this little segment. One in particular that caught my eye, and I immediately looked at it and said, really? You're using that clip? Is the guy who takes his car off, he's on like a cliffside, he's driving it past the tunnel, and then as soon as he gets out of the tunnel, the car just, the brakes, something happens with the brakes, and he goes over the ravine. But in Jurassic World, here, I'll go ahead, before I even say what happens, I'll go ahead and show you the clip I'm talking about here. So yeah, that happened in the YouTube clip, but in the movie, they make it seem like the dinosaurs attacked the guy, and that's why he fell off the ravine. It's just like, come on, man. I mean, you could do better than that. It's just like, those moments are fun, but unfortunately, they're not the center focus of the movie. Even the prologue from early on last year, when we had the prologue come out, that has nothing to do with the movie. The trailer, the scene of the trailer where the dinosaurs attacking the drive-in movie theater, it's not in the movie. It's just like, why would you not include that in the movie? That was one of the best aspects that could have made this movie really interesting. The dinosaurs aren't even the main threat in this movie for the most part. Guess what the main threat of the movie is? Locusts. Locusts. In a movie about dinosaurs, a franchise about dinosaurs, the dinosaurs are just an afterthought in this, pretty much. And then the villains are locusts. It's so ridiculous. It really is one of the stupidest things ever, and it doesn't make any sense for what's going on with the plot itself. There are things about what they do here that I actually did like. That really did get stupid. Like the part where, like, the bad guy in the movie is Dodson from the first movie, because Dodson's the guy who gave Nedry the Barbasol and the money to get onto Jurassic Park to get the DNA samples, and they actually bring him back here this time as a villain, which sounds great. It's a great way to connect the original movies to the new movies and go full circle. And they even got Campbell Scott back to play the role. I don't know what they told him to do, but his acting in this movie is so weird, and not in a good way. It's not that so bad it's good kind of acting. It's that so bad it's, what are you even doing here, dude? It's like he's trying to be like a Steve Jobs type of antagonist in this, and he's really struggling to make this work because he doesn't really have a plan for what his big villainous plan is. Like, at least the bad guys in the previous movies had plans. They knew what they wanted to do with these creatures, and in this movie, it's just like he's going to use locusts because it helps his company. And he's like, they portray him as like a Steve Jobs type of guy. here. And look, I understand Campbell Scott's got the blonde hair, so you can make him kind of like a Steve Jobs type of person, but just because he's got blonde hair doesn't mean he can be... This doesn't mean he can fit that role. Case is, which I also say for some of the bad guys they also have in here, because one of the stupidest characters I saw in this movie was this British blonde girl who is part of this underground dinosaur operation. They're working in secrecy for Biosyn, the company the company in this movie. She's completely pointless in here. It's another one of those characters where it's just like, she's just here so we can be like, look at how progressive we are. Who says men have to be the bad guys? Well, women can be bad guys too, but you need to write them better. You just need to write them better. I mean, and she's not written well at all, and she's only in the movie for like 20 minutes, and you think she's going to be like a big threat later on. It's just like, no, she's completely pointless to the plot. But, and it just gets stupider from there. There's so many elements in here that make no sense whatsoever. And there are elements in here that are very disappointing too, like the clone and the clone daughter from the previous movie. I mean, you'd think that after 4 years her acting would have gotten a little bit better, but every time she's on screen, she's just like, I'm just collecting a check. I'm not even going to try to act like I'm going to be like she's not even a real kid. She's not a real character. She's one of the worst kid-written characters I have seen in a movie in recent memory. And the little girl from Dumbo is much worse, but she comes pretty close to that. In terms of the action sequences, some of them actually do work. Like, there's a great chase scene in the middle of the movie that's kind of like a Bourne meets Jurassic Park scenario meets James Bond, which is actually kind of fun. It actually leads to a lot of fun moments in there, and that was one of the few moments in the movie where I was just like, okay, I can see where you're going with this, and you're playing around with these ideas of having the dinosaurs there as well. But then it goes back to like kind of like, I mean, actually, to be honest, once that scene happens where they have the chase scene in the middle of the now I can't remember the place. Hold on. In Malta, that's where the movie really picked up for me, because I thought the first half really was just so back and forth, and I thought I honestly was really going to hate it. But then once that scene happens in Malta, the film actually does pick up the pace. The tension gets back up a bit, and I'm having a lot of fun again. It's what I want to see it's part of what I want to see in a Jurassic Park movie. And I like I like the characters a lot here. I do like Chris Pratt as Owen Grady. I think he's pretty good in this. Bryce Dallas Howard has her moments where she gets a little on my nerves, and there are times where she looks like Emily from Close Enough, even down to where she dresses like her at times. But once they get to the area where the dinosaurs are at, it actually have some pretty good scenes. Like, there's a part where this dinosaur who can't see and can only smell and listen to the noises around it in order to get their prey. So she's got to slowly but surely go into this water, and you just see this dinosaur coming closer and closer and closer, and then it cuts to the dinosaur roaring into the water, and she's just down there just trying to not make a sound or try to hold her breath. It's just like, stuff like that is great. Stuff like that is a ton of fun to watch, and I really do like those moments. I even like DeWanda Wise here. I've always liked her as an actress. I've seen her in, and she's got to have it. I've been waiting for her to branch out into a big movie role, and this is pretty good for her. I actually want to see more adventures with her. Hopefully they do more with her down the line. And then we actually get more time with the original Jurassic Park people. Sam Neill, Laura Dern, Jeff Goldblum. It's not just a cameo at the beginning and the end of Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom with Dr. Malcolm. They're all here. There's more time with them here. I do kind of wish they would have had more scenes together, all the characters from Jurassic World and Jurassic Park, but when they meet up, it is a ton of fun. It does lead to a lot of good moments. It does lead to a lot of fun moments, and again, it's all in that third act. The third act, honestly, is the best thing about this movie. Honestly, like, once they get to Malta, that's where the movie takes off, and you just have a ton of fun with it. You just go in, check your brain at the door, and say, all right, you know what, I had fun with this. There are definitely times when it does feel like Rise of Skywalker, where it feels like they were forced by the internet to make changes because the last movie was received so horribly by the internet, and it ruined whatever plans they had for the next movie. Granted, this is nowhere near as bad as Rise of Skywalker, and yeah, I like Rise of Skywalker, honestly. And even I can tell you that movie was not that good because of how the internet just completely ruined that movie. But it felt like that here as well. But there was at least an effort to try, especially in that third act. If only the first two acts were better, I would say this is probably the best of the three movies. But for what it is, it's at least a rental. It's a movie that I can at least say I'm glad it wasn't as bad as I kept hearing it was. It's bad. It's bad at times, but it does have that moment in the second half of the movie where it just picks up and it starts being a good fun time again. It's a movie I would definitely want to see on a big screen again. It's just for that second half. Hell, if I could just time it out and then just go to the second half of the movie when they get to Malta and just be like, okay, I'm probably going to see a good movie. But yeah, for the most part, it's fine. I really would have liked it to be better, though. But like I said, I'd give it a rental. Maybe a little matinee if you're really that desperate. But yeah, I think it's okay. It definitely could have been a lot better. It's definitely the worst of the Jurassic World series. It's not the worst of the Jurassic Park series. I'm sorry. Lost World and Jurassic Park 3 lovers out there, I don't like those movies, and I never even plan on watching them again. I'll watch Jurassic Park. I'll watch Jurassic World. I'll watch Fallen Kingdom again. I'll even watch Camp Cretaceous, like I said in Barnes & Noble. That's a show that's actually pretty good. If you get a chance to watch it on Netflix or it's out on DVD, I'd say definitely check it out. But as far as this one goes, yeah, this is definitely not the best Jurassic Park has to offer. If they end the series with this, I'd be okay with it, because really, I don't really think there isn't that much more you could do with it, except, no joke, cross it over with Fast and Furious. Just go nuts on that concept that everyone kept talking about for years. Cross it over with Fast and Furious and Jurassic World. Have Vin Diesel and Chris Pratt reunite for the first time since Guardians of the Galaxy. But, so yeah, that's my thoughts on Jurassic World Dominion. And I'm going to wrap this up now so I can get out of this freaking mess. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow for another Time About the Movies episode. And, of course, next week for another movie style. So thank you for watching. And until next time I see you, take care. Okay, time to take this off. Good night, everybody.